introduced to Thai boxing because the Thai masters were doing demonstrations. I mean, that was about 77. It was always a yin, it was a smile. It was that friendliness, and that's what came across. Now, I have to say, the difference has to be the intent. Over here, when you're training, and in Europe when you're training, a fight really is a fight. You're gritting your teeth, you're walking around like 10 men. It's a battle. When I was in Thailand, it was totally different. It was just completely different psyche altogether to how I fought in the West. Why was I doing Thai boxing? Or why was I doing any martial arts in the first place? Was I doing it so I built a reputation that people actually say, oh, well, that's wrong with me, or am I doing it for myself? Find the truth. Because I'm like in the middle of the land where they're known to be the best. They're known, the guy, everyone talks about Thai boxing. Am I doing this for the wrong reasons, or am I doing it for the right reasons? Am I doing it for, like I say, to be tough, and so everyone else can say I'm tough, or am I doing it to really find out if it really worked? It worked in the way the Thais themselves did it. A massive smile, there's no ego, you train, you compete, but you compete in a more calm, it sounds funny, more in a calm way. And that's to me is what I wanted to know. Was it just a myth? Was it just camouflaged? When people ask me, when I was going to compete, are you going to do this and you're going to do that? Most of my comment was, all I can do is my best, which it was. I'm trained in that area to go in there to be calm, rather than say I'm going to knock him out. Because it's something which I enjoy competing. I know it wasn't a real fight anyway, but it's about me putting my skill together with the outcome that if my skill was good enough, I was capable of winning. When I was out in Thailand and around them, I felt more like me, I felt more relaxed, I felt easier to perform at a higher level, rather than it's that you lose control or you're angry or mad. No, I realised that martial arts was more calming, but it was an art, physically and mentally it was an art. If you understand Muay Thai, you understand the training which goes behind. There's a way. The way they punch, the way they kick. There's a distinctive approach to Thai. Even when they're grappling, I class the Thais, especially for a striking martial arts, the number one striking system. Training was completely different to how Master Toddy gave us a regime of hard training, pad work, the kicking. It was done 100 miles an hour. When I got to Thailand, it was totally different. The pace was a lot slower. The way we run, the way you hit the pads and them was completely different. But I know for a fact that training what I had beforehand definitely put me into a great position. I'm grateful for the knowledge that Master Toddy has passed on. Training 7 days a week in the camp. Training, but it's so relaxed. I was training to fight in Rajadamnern, I was training to compete, but not with that hard focus. It was just a relaxed approach. I'd get up in the morning, we'd go for a run, a steady run, the skip. So there was nothing manic. It was not at a fast pace. Now you were studying. That's how I would say. You was there and you were studying and you was putting your techniques and moves together. But there was no pressure. Over here, the intent of you actually going in the ring was more or less like a fight in the street. Over there, completely different. Just the old concept of first training in the camp, and then when I was going actually to compete, I went to the stadium. It was like I was going for a fight. There was no pressure at all. I was competing out there. It's like football. There's a league. They are more interested in what happens in those two stadiums. Whether it's Lumpini or Rajadamnern, that's the most important goal for them. They compete at that level. The main thing is that for them, it's like they understand it's just a sport. They're going to make a living out of it. They're going to probably make fortunes or fame from that sport. Everyone is. They understand that's where those two stadiums, or the stadiums in Thailand, are the stadiums where they know they're going to change their lives, their livelihoods. And it's important. It really is important for them. As you're training with them, there's that boyish, friendly attitude. I was the foreigner coming over to their land, taking somebody's place. I was in a room which basically I had for myself. I was fighting Rajadamnern. In a sense, I'm taking someone else's place. A group of lads, they've got a foreigner there, and everyone's being nice and friendly. And not only that, he's getting all the publicity as well. With some of the top fighters, you'd feel that there'd be someone there having sort of like grievance with them. I never got that when I was over in Thailand. As far as I'm concerned, I did it for my own truth. I didn't do it to be better than anyone else. I did it for my own truth. But that's me actually doing what I wanted to know about myself. I wanted to know if I'm training, I'm kicking, I'm punching, does it work for me? People have acknowledged my talent and my skills. For anyone else, they need to find out for themselves. The Thais themselves are very physical in the sport. They're very physical in what they do, but they don't have a violent approach to it. Because that's what I learned. I learned how to throw my techniques relaxed but strong, and timing and movement. I'm in a college, I'm in a university of knowledge there. That's what I realised I learned from doing Thai boxing and being with the Thai fighters. A whole physical and mental approach to training. And I class it like physical doesn't have to be violence.
What does that mean?